I'm Ingi Kim, the founder and CEO of Codestates. Codestates operates IT technology bootcamps that offer cutting-edge curriculum and tailored career services for prospective employees in software engineering, data science, AI, blockchain, growth marketing, and product management. Under the vision of human capital, Codestates invest in people's potential and introduced income share agreement for the first time in Korea to enable students to pay students to get quality education without upfront payment. So universities are places where people explore what they want to do, but they are not that effective, and they're very time consuming and expensive. So many people gain skills and expertise in those skills, in those paths, and then actually they make the most meaningful personal and professional relationships of their lives in universities. And then for some reason that all end after their college. So we built the new system for students to run and get a great job with our programs. So we Codestates aim to take the bundle that is the university, the network, community, credentials, the education, and apply it to the entire life cycle of a person's career. So even during the very hard time these days because of COVID-19, many companies had to let their employees or go outside company. So we are trying to make our students to get hired with companies who'd like to hire the technology digital employee. So we did a great job, and our graduate employment rate is over 81%, and they got a job about after 2.5 months later. So we are based in Seoul, South Korea. So now our graduate work mostly in Korean companies, but some of them are actually got hired in different countries, like in US, Europe, Southeast Asia, even in Vietnam, some of our graduates got hired. And we are developing the partnership with many startups and companies who'd like to hire engineers, growth marketers, product managers, and more. So we have a 240 plus partnership until now, and we are expanding this partnership to Southeast Asian market and other global market. And we are also developing the relationship with universities. We are not the entire new. We are not. We are going to make a deep partnership with universities. So in Korea, we had a partnership program with Gyeongnam universities, Kookmin University, Sejong University, even with Chungnam University, we developed a partnership to run some program for their students. And we cooperate with companies and universities, and even with government. We heavily cooperate with Korean government for now, so we can train engineers and make them get a job at the startups. So now Korean government investing heavily in new technology jobs training program. So they fund us a lot of money for students to get trained. This is actually a very great point, I think, because government government can make their own educational system, but for now in Korea, government now support to private sector educational institution like us. So they support the policy and funds, and then they are trying to help us to train well. So in this way, we can train great engineers without worrying about heavily the financial fund. And we not only we get funding from government, we are trying to solve this educational cost problem with income share agreement business model. So basically, income share agreement is students run without paying upfront, and then after they got hired above certain amount of salary, and then they share their percentage of their income with educational institutions. This model is getting popular globally. So in US, some companies estimate $500 million ISA contracts will be originated by the end of 2020. Last year, they estimated. So this system is not only used by job training private companies, but also by college. They adopted this model. So during the COVID-19 hard season, students don't have to worry about paying another educational cost. They just focused on learning, and before they get a job, they don't have to worry any payment issue. So in this way, educational institutions finally can invest in students' future, and they are heavily aligned with students' success. So this incentive model is very powerful, I think. One of the pioneer of this sector, Lambda School, raised $122 million from VCs, and they teach over 3,000 students concurrently. For Codestates, we also teach more than 2,000 plus students concurrently online. We are basically fully online, and we are much cheaper than normal universities, and we have a lifelong community network. So income share agreement student ratio in private university in Germany. As you know, Germany offer free university education for most students, but in private universities in Germany, they also use income share agreement payment model for students. So this model is gonna be applied for many educational institutions and many countries soon, I believe. So 8 out of 10 people looking for jobs says financial stability is key to employment. So now we have a statistics uh, of survey. People want financial support when they want to run and get a job. Even in COVID-19, many people lost their job, so they need support. But educational investment is a good way to support them to transfer to new career for people who lost their job. So for Codestates, we are fully online and we basically don't charge any upfront tuition, and we got support by Korean government. So we even we have to close the offline educational spaces, but during COVID-19 season, we developed the online learning environment much more and much well. So now we overcome the COVID-19 issues, and we actually accelerate our growth during the COVID-19 season. We believe people can learn and work in a new industry, in like tech industry. So they don't have to spend another 4 years or 2 years to become a software engineer and to become a new technology worker. So we have a unique admission systems. It's called human potential check test. So with this test, we recommend students which path is working for them, and then we make a cohort for them to study together. So our educational system is where numerous people can participate from anywhere. We have our own learning and teaching pedagogy. It's like 4 basic concepts: self-initiated learning, peer learning, project-based learning, mastery-based learning. This is the basic pedagogy we adapt to our curriculum. So in remote environment, we still have interactive learning community, and we are strong believer of peer learning. So everyone, after they run something, they can teach and coach to other students. So we heavily adapted peer learning model, and we are actively collaborate with business corporations. So we developed a business collaborated project for students to experience the real life work. And we don't want to give up our students. And if our students don't give up, we don't give up. So we make another opportunity to repeat our curriculum, even if they fail sometime, they can overcome if they repeat the curriculum. So we give second or third chance for our students to run again. Yeah. And then we also developed our recruiting system, hiring system. We have our own unique job searching sprint for students to run job search strategies. And we have our own outcomes team to make a partnership with many companies. So after then, even they get hired, our alumni has a lifelong community, So we have an alumni session, tech seminar, alumni night, dinner club, lunch club, and many club activities are happening in our Discord community. And then we don't want to adapt income share agreement model to our own educational program only. We want to adopt income share agreement model and run now, pay later. It's like BNPL, buy now, pay later model, but for educational programs. So we want to make ISA and LMPL services to every education program. So we are going to make a partnership with other educational institutions so they can adapt ISA LMPL model in their educational programs. Yeah, this is what we collaborate with other companies for them to try new things or test our graduates. So our students have been learning from anywhere in Korea, but our students are coming from all over the world already, but they all speak in Korean for now, but we are expanding our program to globally in English this next year. So we hope we could meet a bunch of new people outside of Korea. So education is a very fundamental desire of human, I believe. So every people, even they graduate from college, they need some community to run and work together. And new skills are required for new area. So we think we have a bunch of rooms for growth. We now offer technology education in Korea, but we are going to expand Southeast Asian market with data, Web3, blockchain educational programs, and also we're gonna have placement services for companies and upskilling, reskilling content for companies, employees, and many more rooms for growth. We think human capital is the last unoptimized asset class we can invest. So we are planning to invest in much more students, not only in Korea. So we are just getting started, and I'm so glad to be here to meet many other countries, government people, startup people, and investors. So we are going to expand the target market by adding new boot camps with Korean government funding. And also we are going to increase the customer lifetime value, our students' lifetime value, by providing re and upskilling opportunities. And as I said, we are going to provide income share agreement platform and services applicable to wider educational market. And we are planning to launch our business to Southeast Asian market with running DAO, which DAO stands for decentralized autonomous organizations. So we believe the learning DAO concept and learn to earn model gonna be very popular model in near future. So yeah, if you are interested in DAO concept, specifically for learning and working, DAO, we'd love to cooperate and talk together. So if you, our mission is unlocking human potential regardless of circumstances. So if you are interested in our business and Web3, specifically DAO, blockchain technologies, or our educational model, please contact me through email. My email is ingikim@codestates.com. So feel free to email me. I'm happy to chat with you guys. Yeah, thank you.